This is still a part of the drawing video, step 11, and this is drawing 7. And the trick to drawing 7 is, you will notice it is a gray box because this is graded. And it's not just a completion grade, it's going to be graded on how well you do it. So once you finish box 4, you are basically doing what you did here, and you are repeating it, only this time you are going to take and you are going to open up your paper. And you are going to use this whole side. Some students ask if they are able to turn their drawing this way, and that is fine. If you have a tall object, that's probably even better. You are still going to do your horizon line all the way across the top. You are going to do your 2 vanishing points, one on the far left, one on the far right. And this time when you draw your object, you're trying to proportionally recreate the same drawing, only now the square is literally 4 times bigger. For the purpose of this video, I'm going to show you how to draw this tape. And I have to make sure I'm determining any mistakes I made on a previous video. I've got to correct, or on the previous step, I got to correct those. So if my box was too tall, I need to make sure I'm shrinking it. If my box wasn't long enough, I need to make sure I'm lengthening it. So really analyze what you did on step 6 and what worked and what didn't, so that this box that we draw would seem to touch all the sides of my object. So based on that, I want to keep my line kind of short. And then I'm connecting to Sue and Fred, just like I'm supposed to. So make sure you're not copying me, you're analyzing your own structure. And you're still taking the lines all the way to Sue and Fred. And then I'm pulling this over, and you're really analyzing how much visual space in comparison to the height versus the length do I need. Creating that second vertical, and then making sure you're connecting it to Sue and to Fred on both the top and the bottom. And then you're coming over, and I'm not just duplicating what I did here, I'm going back to my object and I'm looking. This means you have to have your object out to do this. So analyzing your object, you're determining your third vertical, keeping it going straight up and down. Pulling this to Sue, pulling this to Fred. Now if you have an object that needs additional boxes, you are going to draw those now following the same process of really analyzing your object. If you were either an A or a B and just needed to draw a box, then at this point you would come up to me for grading. Keeping in mind that if you got an 8 this first time, I'm going to explain to you what you could correct and fix, and you are welcome to correct and fix this box as many times as you want until you get the score that you want.